What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over Yinlin and how to build her. So a lot of people on stream, they ask me, questions like 3 cost electro or energy regen, or is it 4 cost, crit rate, crit damage, moonlit or void thunder. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So if you are new to the channel, leave a like on the video. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe. You guys can also join the Discord, link in the description down below. I do stream this game every single day, so I always ping in the Discord, so you guys can always stop by, ask questions and things like that. So, Yinlin, I think the number one thing is always, moonlit or void thunder. So, Yinlin build varies by playstyle. If you're going to be playing Yinlin as a sub DPS, meaning more like an off-field DPS, because she does apply damage off-field, you're going to be running her as the Moonlit set. So what the Moonlit set does, not only does it give her energy regen of 10%, but it will also increase the attack of the next character by 22%. So how I personally play Yinlin, her purpose is to buff Calcharo, because her outro gives electro damage, liberation damage, and not only that, now the outro will also apply an attack buff to Calcharo. My whole purpose for playing Yinlin is to buff Calcharo. But if you want to play Yinlin as a main DPS, that is when you play Void Thunder. Now, Void Thunder is either played when you are playing Yinlin as a on-field main DPS, like you're going to play her on-field most of the time, or you're going to play her in a quick swap comp. So what a quick swap comp is basically, I think everyone's already aware of Calcharo Yinlin gameplay, how you will, basically do your basic attacks, switch in, switch out, press E, switch in, switch out, things like that. So a quick swap comp is basically if you're going to be running something like, let's say, pretend this is Havoc, MC, Yinlin, and Verena. You run a team like this. Or you run a team like Encore, right? Let's pretend Shishia's Encore and Yinlin, right? You run a team like this. The reason why you would actually put Void Thunder on a quick swap team is because you're not really relying on one character to do all the damage. You're relying on 2 or 3 characters total to do all the damage. So that's, in that situation, you use Void Thunder. But the comp plays very similar to, let's say, like Gion comp. Use Verena first, get the buff. You switch into Yinlin, right? And then you would switch into Calcharo afterwards. Same thing, you switch into Mort, and then you switch into Gion. It's a very systematic process. So Yinlin stat lining, right? So when you guys are under Yun level 40, I believe you guys won't have that much attack to really play off of. I would say under Yun level 40, maybe 1500 attack on average would be good. 1500, maybe 1600. But when you guys get to Yun level 40, you guys will also unlock the skill tree that lets you guys get 8% more attack. So with that being said, you guys will have a big boost once you guys get to Yun level 40. So Yun level 40 attack wise, basically it's around 1700 to 1800. And when you come to your energy regen, so energy regen is very important for characters that you are using as a sub DPS. Same thing as Mort, right? You need energy regen to generate, I guess, just generate energy for the ultimate skill. So when it comes to sub DPS, you usually want 120 to 130. Even above 130 is totally fine. It still works out. So what you do here is, let's say you have no energy regen substats, right? Well, what do you do then? All you have to do is run a energy regen 3 cost. I know a lot of people like are asking how do I hit energy regen marks. It's totally fine if you run a energy regen 3 cost for your set. I have done that plenty of times. Like for Mort, I used to run 1 fusion, 1 energy regen because he couldn't hit the threshold yet. But once you guys get enough substats where you guys don't need an energy regen 3 cost, then you will swap it out. So you guys only need 3 energy regen substats for Moonlit set, because Moonlit set also gives an additional 10%. And yes, it does count towards the stat lining. So you guys just need 3 energy regen substats with Moonlit, and then you guys never have to worry about energy regen again. Other things you should be looking for when you are building Yinlin, substat wise, right? So her best substats are going to be energy regen first, so you guys get between 120 to 130. If it's over 130, that's totally fine. After that, you guys want to look for crit rate, crit damage as usual. After that, you want to look for attack percent, and then after attack percent, what you guys want to look into is actually basic attack damage bonus. So it's really a toss-up between the last 3 you guys look for. You can look for basic attack damage bonus because obviously she does a lot of basic attacks, right? Or you guys can look towards resonance skill damage to increase the damage of her E, or resonance liberation damage to increase the damage of her ultimate. The substats you really don't want would be heavy attack damage, right? I have 3. Heavy attack damage bonus, HP, defense, obviously. So heavy attack damage bonus, obviously it would apply when she has her forte stacked all the way. And yes, it can do good damage, but obviously that's not where most of the damage output is coming from if you're playing Yinlin, because you're mostly going to be basic attack for most of the time. So I'll actually go into this real quick. So another way you guys can actually stat line with Yinlin is that a lot of people ask me, how much crit do you need for Yinlin? So Yinlin, you at least want 50% crit rate. And when it comes to crit damage, obviously, just get as much as you can, but you want at least over 100% crit damage. So for Yinlin, you can actually go a little bit lower on the crit rate. I just prefer over 50%. But I say this because when you guys actually use her E, she gets a 15% increase to her crit rate. So if we just go to the boss right here, right? I'll just dodge this real quick. Now you use her E. So when you press E, the first cast, not only does it increase her attack, but increases her crit rate by 15%. So now her crit rate is at 68% instead of the 51. So you guys can take that into consideration when you guys are stat lining for a crit rate. You guys can cope and maybe put it at 35%, so you guys at least get a 50% on her E cast. But if you consistently want to crit more, I would at least go for 50% more crit. So this only really applies to if you have String Master, right? Because String Master has a crit rate main stat. If you guys don't have String Master, you guys are going to be running a crit rate 4 cost, because you guys will not have enough crit to dish out. So you guys are going to need a crit rate 4 cost with a crit rate substat. You guys cannot run a crit damage for stat main cost if you guys do not have String Master, because there will not be enough crit rate. The only situation that you guys could ever run a crit damage 4 cost without String Master, you guys would need crit rate on every single one of your echoes. So let's say you guys at least had 6, at least the lowest, right? 6% crit rate on your echoes, and then you guys have 5. That's 30%, and that 30% basically, exchanges for String Master. And then you guys also have the E that gives 15%. So that's the only time you're going to be able to actually use crit rate. Well, crit damage main stat for a cost echo. So I'll actually show you guys the damage here. because you run Moonlit does not mean you will not do any damage. Obviously, you guys can see here, you can still do damage even without Moonlit. I mean, without Void Thunder. It mostly just relies on your subsets. So I know a lot of people ask me, oh, is your Yinlin main DPS? No, she's actually a sub DPS. She's actually not even running Void Thunder. So that's basically how you're going to be building Yinlin. Just to recap, because again, these are just like my thoughts and opinions, kind of just rambled all over the place. So just to recap from the start. Stat lining, right? Stat lining, just depending on where you're at in the game, on average, if you're above you in level 40, you're going to be between 1700 to 1800 attack. Energy regen needs to be between 120% to 130%. Crit rate, you want at least 50% crit rate. If you guys get 60%, that's even better. Remember, she does get a 15% crit rate increase when you first cast her E. So you guys need to take that into consideration. And then crit damage, you want at least over 100% crit damage. And that goes for any character you're going to be using as a DPS. String Master is the best weapon for her because it does give her crit rate. It gives her attack percent. Any weapon that is not String Master is 30% weaker. So that kind of sucks at the end of the day. If you do run maybe Cosmic Ripples or Shinsho Keeper, you guys need a little more stat lining because you guys won't have the crit rate anymore. When it comes to Echoes, Moonlit is the best if you guys are running her as a sub DPS for Calcharo. Not only will the outro skill buff electro damage, but it will buff liberation damage and also give an attack increase to Calcharo as well. Remember, you guys cannot run a crit damage forecast unless you have enough crit rate substats on every single one of your echoes to make up for the crit rate loss for not running a crit rate forecast main stat. When it comes to your 3 cost, you guys can run an energy regen 3 cost. If you guys do not have enough energy regen in your substats, once you guys get 3 energy regen substats, you guys will be able to flex off and run electro damage bonus instead. And then the 1 costs are obviously going to be attack percent. So yep, that's pretty much Yinlin. If you guys have any other characters you guys want me to go over, please leave in the comment section down below. I believe people want to ask about Mortefi. So Mortefi I will be going into next, because people saw my Mortefi hitting for 10k just casually on his E. So I was like, okay, sure, yeah, I'll actually just boot up Mortefi real quick. So again, if you guys haven't yet, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, you guys can join the Discord, link in the description down below. Again, I do stream this game every single day, so you guys can always stop by and ask questions. We should be hitting Yun level 49 soon. I believe Yun level 49 should be, because we did get the crystal solvents, what came in clutch. So Yun level 49 should be, what today is, Tuesday? Thursday we should be level 49, Yun level 50 by Monday. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.